Welcome back to the channel.
Today we're down in Tampa.
Yeah, we're going to the Salvador Dalí Museum.
So, come get lost with us.
Made it to the museum. It's definitely gotten bigger since I was last here a very long time ago. Outside, the first stop is the garden outside. Let's go. Dali's famous stash. We got some other stuff to look at. Check those out. Interesting little side note about him. He thought the stash was the most serious part of his personality. That is the stash.
There's supposed to be like a whole link between Salvador Dali and Disney, isn't there?
There is, yeah. They used to be friends. Made it to the community room. There's a surrealist for the schools competition. Some pretty cool stuff here. I like the colors. That one's really neat. I like that one. Statue and a candle. That's pretty cool. That's really neat ones. This one's pretty trippy too. Candy hearts. Oh, that's pretty cool. They have a Dali live show here. It's kind of like the Disney immersive experience that we went to. It's in that dome. We might consider going there after we do the museum. Here's a shower of jasmine by Dali. This is another Dali piece. When we walked in, I was trying to get it. Look at that. This is Autumn Sonata, which represents his recent trip to Europe. Then you got the Broken Bridge, which is pretty cool. I like this one, the Angel of Port Lillygant. Then they have the landscape of Port Lillygant. So they kind of work together. An interesting religious influence on his work.
In his paintings.
Yeah.
Very interesting.
Pretty neat discussion on this one. It's basically a critique of Voltaire's work.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Another one. It's kind of interesting. He paints in twos, it seems like. Interesting. I really like this one. It's cool. I like the keys melting away. But the horn. 1936. This was a Dali piece of artwork. So he basically took a vintage poster that was selling something, made some edits to it. Like he's stepping on the lamb chop, his name, to make it sort of a surrealist examination of pop art culture. This one shows basically old man, middle age, and a child, so you can see three perspectives of life in the picture. You have to let me know what you see when you're looking at it. This is another double image poster with multiple. Yeah. And they say it was his most ambitious. So there's a bullfighter in there. Discovery of America.
You are too close to the exhibit. Please step back. Área restringida. Favor de...
Here's the Discovery of America by Christopher Columbus. Pretty interesting. There are some massive paintings in here. I can't imagine, like, getting up there and painting this. You can see how he used piano and instrument keys on this one, too. It's kind of melting away. These are supposed to be, like, his dreams, so he would wake himself up from dreams and try to paint what he was seeing in his dreams. The Invisible Man. That's pretty neat. I like that one. Also like this Sugar Sphinx one. Kind of reminds me of the desert. Them. This one's from 1930 and it's Lemaine, The Hand of Remorse. I like the heads. It's interesting how he mixes like realism with fantasy. And then just multiple images inside of it too. The eggs in this picture actually demonstrate his remembrance of being born. He claimed that he remembered being born, so that's what the eggs are in the pan.
Eggs resemble the embryos during doubling as the umbilical cord.
First day of spring. It does kind of remind me of the first day of spring. It's interesting that there's like a real life picture in there. So crazy. The Average Bureaucrat. Like how his head is full of seashells. This is the font, which is supposed to overwhelm you and cause discomfort. So let me know what you feel after saying it. It's interesting. So from a distance, it looks like Abraham Lincoln's head, but when you get closer, it switches to like a woman's picture. Fascinating. It's a pretty cool one. It's the Port of Cadicruz. So one of the things that they were saying is that he typically painted what was outside his window too. So easy to see, easy to get in touch with. So that's kind of why you see a lot of the ports and the beaches and stuff. It's just where he was at the time. This is one of his self-portraits. That's how he saw himself. Some of his early works. This one is called Daddy Longlegs. And it's melting. This is one of his first pieces to try to show his technical skill in school. It's a basket of bread. Another one of his big masterpieces. The dots are fascinating. It's all made by little dots. And that concludes our trip to the Dali Museum. What did you think, Nacy? It was your first time.
It was interesting. A little disappointed because half of the museum was closed for like renovations, but the part that we did get to walk through was pretty fascinating. I would be interested to pick his brain about Salvador Dali because I don't know a whole lot about him, but I do believe Gary does.
Yeah, I'm a fan. It's $32 to get in. There's only one room with his actual artwork. Mm-hmm. There's a garden with other people's artwork, sort of commemorating his style and stuff like that. Then there was a general room downstairs, which was basically, at this time, it was like a high school art competition.
Yep.
Which was cool to see, but again, not Salvador Dali. The only thing that's Salvador Dali is that one big room that we walked through, and that was kind of it. So it is a little disappointing that there's not that much, and it is $32. The displays really weren't very interactive. They had some AR exhibits where you could like point it at the picture and like stuff would fly out of it and stuff, but that, you know, that is what it is. If that's what you enjoy, go for it, but it doesn't do much for me. Overall, not a bad experience, and he's a fascinating artist if you're interested in him. It's interesting how he was obsessed with like breaking the rules and stuff, but yet you're not supposed to do all this stuff in his museum, like, you know.
Yeah, that's a good point. Like, he was not a rule follower, but yet security out the wazoo.
Yeah, we saw at least 10 security guys in that one room walking around, and then there was security everywhere else too. I don't know if something happened recently. Let us know in the show notes, but it just seems a little bit of overkill.
And if you get too close to the big paintings, an alarm goes off.
It does. And it's not like you get to the rope. She wasn't even at the rope yet, so be prepared to be told to back off.
Yeah, they're like, you are too close to the painting. And I was like, the hell I am.
But he's a fascinating artist. He worked with people like Walt Disney back in the day to design stuff and put things in rooms. And then also he basically toured the entire Europe and the United States at the time.
The restaurant at Walt Disney World that is in the Coronado, it's like the Coronado Springs Hotel. It's in the tower. That restaurant is inspired by Salvador Dali and his relationship with Walt Disney.
We also saw a bunch of the pictures when we went to the Walt Disney Museum out in San Francisco, sort of commemorating their work together and stuff too.
But I do feel like at this museum, they actually don't touch on his relationship with Walt Disney at all.
At all. Not really his relationship with anybody else other than other artists. Like, there wasn't much about his life other than his relationship to other artists and how he sort of functioned there. Not so much about his private time or anything like that, just really focused on the art.
Which was a little disappointing, but they do offer free tours here, so if you want to take a tour, it is included with your admission price. You just have to time it for the right time.
Yeah, and there is a immersive 3D experience in that dome that we showed you at the back. We didn't do that. That would be an extra $16 or whatever, so just know that ahead of time. It's a little expensive. The art's great, but, you know, make your decision whether you want to come or not.
And you have to pay to park.
And you have to pay to park, yeah. It's $10 for parking as well.
So if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up.
Make sure to hit that subscribe button.
And make sure you ring that notification bell so you get notified when we do at least 3 videos a week.
And we'll come and get you all for the next one.
Ain't that the truth, Baby Ruth?
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
We just wanted to take a moment to thank you guys for watching this video. If you're not already subscribed to the channel, would you please consider hitting that subscribe button, as it helps us reach a wider audience and helps our channel grow even further. To those of you who are already subscribed to the channel, we just wanted to say a huge thank you for always being there and supporting our channel. We cannot wait to take you guys on our next adventure, so we'll see you guys in the next one.